Spiders, mice, flying and heights are 4 of the UK's most complained about terrifying phobias.
Well, one woman who knows only too well what it's like to live in total fear is actress Linda Robson. Linda's phobia of mice and rats is so severe she's even been forced to move house.
So can Linda be cured? There's only one thing for it. It's the Speakmans to the rescue.
They've spent 20 years helping thousands of people with phobias. They claim to have an instant cure. With their help, they believe anything is possible. Experts to the stars, Nik and Eva Speakman have mastered the art of ridding the rich and famous of their hang-ups. Through the power of their words, they've helped tabloid favourite Kerry Katona and Corrie star Kim Marsh. They've cured Dan, who was scared of spiders.
Look at the size of you're actually sort of making friends with it.
Stacey's phobia of dolls, Zoe's fear of cutlery, Dee's plight against pigeons, and Shani's paranoia about pantomime horses. They are the Speakmans.
Well, before we speak with Linda, here's what happened when we sent the cameras to her house to find out how this severe fear has completely taken over her life.
And they steal your food. They are vermin. They ruin your life. All I know is that you're never more than 6 foot away from a rat in London. My phobia is about mice and rats.
Well, when she does see a mouse, or if she sees a rat or whatever, she just goes hysterical.
My heart's beating through, you know, it feels like it's going to explode out of my chest.
Just jumps up in the air. You can't speak to her.
I'm screaming, I'm red.
Runs into the corner and tries to get up as high as she can away from it.
20 years ago, Linda and her family moved into what she thought would be the home of her dreams.
I remember, first thing I saw was mice droppings, and I thought, oh no, we've got mice. And then we were sort of overrun. Really? I became sort of obsessed about the mice taking over the house.
Linda was so distressed at the thought of the mice that she uprooted her family and moved.
You know, I love this house where I am now, and I'm just scared that if they come in, I'll hate it again and I'll have to move. The canal's quite near us, and if I'm walking around the canal, it's always on my mind that they're not far. So yeah, it does look lovely, but it doesn't make me feel nice and relaxed and peaceful and at home, because you just know they're there. If they're not in the canal, chances are they could be in the bushes. And even if they're not in the bushes now, they've been there at one time or another. Oh, thought I saw a little ripple, could have been a fish. I have been asked to do I'm a Celebrity quite a few times, and last year I came sort of quite near to doing it.
But even watching the rat challenges sends Linda into a terror.
Oh my God!
Oh, there's more of them, there's more of them.
Oh my God!
They're all greasy as well, they're all slimy.
Shoot the colour of these babies!
But it's just as it got nearer, I think the kids kept saying, Mum, honestly, you're going to have a heart attack, you're going to die live on television, you really can't do this. I can't imagine the Speakmans curing me of this phobia.
I'd be amazed if they could do it, because I don't think they could.
Well, we'll ask them, can you do it?
Of course.
Yeah?
We've definitely got a challenge on our hands, because normally private practice we have 4 hours and you've very kindly given us an hour.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm quite confident that she'll be absolutely fine.
So once you do something like this, does it sort of need topping up?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, no one's born being frightened of rats or mice.
No.
We create a schema based on an event, and that schema becomes a cognitive reference that we then use when we see the item in the future, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So in this situation that we know that Linda will have had a problem with a rat or a mice, that's most of the time, but ultimately sometimes people fear rats because of, and it stems back to the Great Plague of 1665, because that was caused by fleas that were on rats, and therefore we have this perception that rats are dirty animals, and they're not really, but that's why we're frightened of them.
They poo all over your ass.
I do think that Linda's got 2 issues. You've got 2 issues going on here, and I think we're going to have to work with both, because you haven't just got a phobia of rice and rats and mice. Mice and rats.
Yeah.
But you've also got a bit of an OCD going on to clean
It's
things
just you
and
don't want,
hygiene.
you know, to pull something out of pot out of the cupboard to use, and there's little mouse droppings in it.
Are you a very clean person?
Yes,
Very
clean,
person.
yeah.
So is that everything when it comes to...
Everything. I
not-
mean, even the dog, because my husband said to me at one time, it's leaving the dog food down that are bringing the mice in. So the poor dog now, he gets 5 minutes. If you don't eat the food, it's binned.
It's gone.
Let's bring Diana in. Diana, you're gonna hook Linda up to a heart monitor here.
That's right.
And how are you feeling, Linda? Because you know you are going to...
I know I'm going to see one, ain't I? I know
Yeah.
that, but I know there's not going to be any surprises. You promised me there's
No,
no
no
surprises.
surprises.
So I wondered
Do
why
that
the
too.
table was there, if I've got to stand on the table or
No,
something.
no.
I'm not going to give it eye contact, really. I mean, I managed to watch I'm a Celebrity every year without... Oh, sorry, you want my finger? Not nervous at all. So, yeah, and the kids go to me, there's, rats coming up, or there's something coming up now, Mum, look away,
Your
and then they tell me
heartbeat's
when
okay.
it's...
Well, let's just see what your heart rate
Dana,
is.
what is that,
No,
a
it hasn't
normal resting
registered
heartbeat,
just
or-
yet. We're about to get
Just waiting for that to
settle itself.
settle
99
itself
now.
down.
95 beats per minute.
So the typical resting heartbeat is between 60 to 80 beats per minute.
Right.
So it's a little bit high, but might be due to the anxiety of
And
what's
live
coming
telly.
ahead.
No,
No,
Yeah,
I'm not worried about live telly, love.
No,
I would
not.
I'm worried about our little friends.
Okay, so are you ready?
What, to see one now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're just gonna bring
Okay.
one. Now,
What,
at any
in
point,
what, a cage
it's in a
or something?
cage.
Yeah.
If at any point you want us to stop, just say. We
Okay.
can cover it over. We can take them away.
Is it a
This
mouse
is
or
not-
a rat?
Mice and
Both.
rats. Yeah.
Both together. in
Which
the
is
same
worse?
cage.
Which is worse?
I don't know. I think rats are worse because they would bite you. You know,
Okay.
like the mice just sort of scurry away, but the rats, like they look like they'd confront you. Do you know what I mean? It's like they will have a face off with you.
Okay. Well, let's.
Let's bring them
in.
out. Okay, let's if we could have our gentleman, our rat keeper.
Well, your
There you
heart
go.
rate's already
Come.
gone up to 106.
Is
now.
it?
Yeah, there you go. Out you come. All right, that's all fine. Now, can you turn around and can you look at them, Linda?
Don't take them.
There we are. There they are in the cage.
See, there he is. Oh my God.
Do you want?
Okay.
Oh, there's loads of them as well. Just like the one in the cage. There's hundreds of them in there. There's 10 in
only
each
10.
cage. It's only 10.
Only
They can't get out, can they? No.
No, they can't get out.
Rats or anything,
No.
they're pet rats.
No, they look like they're quite clean rats.
Yeah.
Them ones. Yeah.
See, you're right about this cleanliness
Definitely.
thing, aren't you?
Yeah.
In fact, you're now judging on how clean.
I mean, the ones I've seen are very dark little ones, very grey,
So
very
what
dark
about
grey.
if we were to bring them a little closer? How do you feel about that? Okay, if you
You don't have to.
No,
You
a
don't want
little
it.
bit.
I don't like that one climbing up the cage there.
Okay.
That one, the towels. Look at the towels as well.
Well, look, we don't want to make.
I just wonder whether or not that cage could be put there. Do you think?
Put it
Give it a
there
try.
and see what
Let's
happens.
try.
Yeah.
Let's put that cage there, and see how close you can, whether or not you feel about a little closer now.
I don't like the grey one. The grey one. Them ones look
Because
like.
that one looks like a street.
Yeah,
rat.
yeah. Well, looks more
Street
like that
rat.
sort of thing. The other ones look like.
Just a street rat. That one.
No, but the other ones on their little claws.
Have you noticed a little bit?
What are these rats then? These are rats. Yeah. See, this isn't like the rat I saw.
No.
Right.
No.
these are
Okay.
quite
Fair enough.
small
Fair enough.
They look quite small sort of rats. I still wouldn't want them anywhere near me. But,
Well, you peaked. Your heart has settled a little bit now at
Has it?
94. It peaked at 106. That's quite high, isn't it?
Yeah, that means that she's tachycardic, so the heart is working faster because of the
Yeah.
failure.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, good luck. So we will catch up
Thank
with you
you.
at the end of the show and see how you get on. Are you confident, Linda?
I'm hoping,
Hoping,
you know.
yeah, hopeful.
Please God.
Do you ever touch one?
No, I'm not touching one.
You think you'd ever carry one? Do you think?
No, I don't think so.
Does it bother you knowing that they've pooed in there and you can see
Yeah, I
like,
don't
all
like
the
that
droppings?
as well.
Does that
Yeah,
bother
but
you?
I have to say these do look like really clean rats. The rat I saw in the church opposite me was a
it?
humongous, big,
Dirty old rat.
black, grey. It was
We
disgusting.
did try to
I can't
find
tell
some
you.
old dirty old street rats, but apparently they're very
busy
difficult,
last night trying to find
difficult to get
one.
hold of. There's not many companies that do
They've
that.
got them all in the jungle,
There
haven't
you
they?
go.
That's why.
Thank
All right,
you.
so we'll
Thank you
join
very
you a
much.
little
Good
bit
luck.
later on, see
Thank
how
you.
you
Thank
do.
you.
Welcome back. Well, earlier this morning we set celebrity life coaches Nik and Eva Speakman the challenge of their lives to attempt to cure Linda Robson of her terrifying fear of rats and mice.
So, with just over an hour to work their magic, have they succeeded? Let's find out right now. Now, Linda, earlier on this morning, you were very dubious about this. You were sort of thinking, I'm not sure if this is possible.
Even now I'm confused because you just think we've been away for an hour and you just think how, after 40 years of being petrified of them, how can that hour have changed how I feel?
And do you think it has changed how you feel?
I think it has.
Okay.
I think so. I mean, the worst bit earlier was them waiting to come on. I knew they were coming on. Once they were here, it was not as scary as the thought of them arriving. The rats. The rats, not these two.
Plug you back into your heart monitor because what's the resting heart rate?
Between 60 to 80 beats per minute.
Right, and you hit 106
before they arrived.
They arrived, and we'll just plug you back in again now, and at the same time we're going to bring them back in again. How do you feel about it now?
Not too bad because I've seen them. I feel like I know what they're like now.
Yeah.
You know, like it was the fear of them coming on earlier and them being dirty and they're actually really clean.
Well, let's bring them out.
Okay.
Now we did end up with the rats on the table here, so I'm assuming we can start with that, can't we?
Yes.
We can do the rats and the mice.
What were worse, the rats or the mice earlier?
I'm not sure, both really. I think the mice maybe, just because
let's
they're
put the mice
smaller.
down here then.
So there they are.
From there?
Yeah, that's fine.
Your heart rate is 84. And how do you feel about this?
I feel all right. I feel okay.
And how much closer could they come?
Closer.
Yeah, how close?
Like my head's telling me that I should be scared.
Just listen to how you're feeling, in real life, how you're actually feeling.
I feel all right. I feel all right. I don't know why I feel all right. I don't know what they've done to me. I don't know if they knocked me out and did something. I'm not quite sure. I think I was awake most of the time.
See, this is what, when you guys did this to me, this is exactly the same thing, because my head kept telling me I shouldn't be all right. I shouldn't be all right.
Yeah.
But yet I somehow was, and it was almost like the pattern that I'd got myself into, I didn't believe that it wasn't still there.
Well, they did this really weird thing with the watch, and they said you have to think of something that the last thing that really made you laugh and really made you happy, and was on stage on Saturday night when we all corpsed, the three of us, me, Leslie and Pauline, and then you have to think of the rats, not these rats so much, but just the rats that I'm scared of, like, you know, that are running wild or whatever, and then I had to picture like Pauline and Leslie as the rats, and so.
Well, look at that one there. That's he's doing some acrobatics on the bars there. He's got. Now, when you came in this morning,
I would never have done this. And I'm not just saying this for television or anything. I proper was. I mean,
what about that little fella there? Look, I mean, he's all over the shop.
Well, how
do you feel about him?
I think also look. I think
God,
also.
you were just like to tap
in
a caring manner.
In a caring manner as well.
I know, yeah. But I feel like because I can actually see them as well, you know, like they're here and I can see them. They're not scurrying off somewhere and making you jump or whatever. They're there and I feel all right with it. This little one wants to say hello.
Should we go for the rats?
Go on then.
I don't know if you know, but Walt Disney had a fear of mice.
Did he?
How ironic is that?
Mickey Mouse.
Exactly. I know.
Really?
It's very common. It is very common.
It is, yeah. I know, lots of people.
How long will this last for? The fact that she has.
Well,
this?
the fact is, once it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah.
Right. As I explained to Linda, that she had this thought that rats were scary, and therefore this became a reference for her behaviour. But what I explained to her is that she's had relationships in the past that she also thought would last forever, and they didn't. Okay, and she would never go back to those relationships. And it's the same way.
What about the cleanliness issue, which
we've worked
that was
on
a separate
that as well.
thing.
Yeah, we've worked
Do you feel that there's been some sort of help there as well?
There was a lot of blinking going on.
Yeah.
I've got to say though, you when we asked how big the rats were, get this, we said how big are rats then, Linda, and she went that big.
That's with the tail and all. They were big.
No, you said the tail extra.
And then extra tail. So she kind of made it up that they were colossal.
You've got a cage full of rats on your lap. One of them is climbing up and looking you right in the eyes. And your heart rate is 85.
I don't know why I'm not screaming and jumping.
83.
Jumping through the air. I don't know.
Getting calmer, if anything.
Because they're here now, and it's. I think it was more the unknown.
Oh my goodness! Do you know what?
I don't know what they've done to me. I really don't know what they've done to me.
I don't think I could do this. You know what you're doing now. Oh my goodness! You are. That's mad.
If it bites me now, God help it, I'll whack it. I won't. You animal lovers, I won't whack it.
Take your hand out just in case.
I think that says it.
I think it might have done.
That's unbelievable.
It
really
is
is.
amazing. Well done, guys.
I know.
You
Thank
always
you.
are so brilliant.
I don't know what
and
they've
you've done
done,
it
but they
again.
seem to
So
have
that's
done
it. So
something.
I'm a Celebrity can call up now and book you.
I'll be a bit
Well,
more
she'll be
expensive
boring
this
now.
year.
Thank you very much
Thank
indeed.
you.
Look at
Thank
that.
you very much.
Unbelievable. Heart rate
I'll
of,
keep in touch.
of
What is the heart rate?
80. Huh?
What is the heart rate? 80?
The heart, it went up to 83, 85.
Did it?
Yeah.
No movement.
It's gone up to
Well
about
done.
91 at the moment now. But
Because I missed the rats. I missed my friends.
it's because you can see what's going on
I'll
at the
see
other
them
side
on
of the
stage tonight.
Thank you very much
Thank
indeed.
you.
We'll see you
Welcome.
tomorrow.